Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Family Canning in the Sip. Today we're going to do some vacuum sealing dry canning, I guess is what you can call it. And we're going to, everything's wide mouth, half-gallon jars. So I've already got my wide mouth tool for my food saver ready to go. We've already got everything packed in the jars. We've got instant potatoes, some dried black-eyed peas, rice, and we've got oatmeal that we're going to do too. And we have some other items that we're going to dry pack, except with those, we'll dry pack in Mylar bags, like sugar, flour.
Oatmeal.
Well, we're going to do the oatmeal in the jars, but you can do that. You can vacuum every bit of this in the Mylar bags. But powdered milk, sugar, flour, grits, cornmeal, things along that line, we'll put in Mylar bags and store, and it'll last a very long time. But with doing that, you're going to need oxygen absorbers. Each one of these little packs in this bag here is 100 cc's worth of removing oxygen from a jar of your Mylar bags. And this one here is 300 cc's. So with what they call for with a half gallon, well actually a gallon jar calls for 400 cc's worth of oxygen absorbers. So you break that down, that would be 2. But we're going to go 3. We're going to go 300 in them just to carry it over a little bit, because that's breaking it down to a 50% volume versus 50% of the oxygen that's in there. We already know we're going to pull a lot of it out, but just to be safe, we're going to go with 300 cc oxygen absorbers in each one of the jars.
And why are we doing this?
To preserve them, get the oxygen out. Oxygen is one of the worst things for food, for making it go bad. So doing this and doing that in Mylar bags, we can preserve this for years. And as long as we just check the seals from time to time, like once a week. When you walk by, just look and see if any of the seals have popped. But it's pretty simple. It's not hard to do.
And it keeps bugs out of your stuff.
Yep, definitely keeps bugs out of your stuff. And just for instance, some of you may not know, but with flour, like I said, we'll be doing flour in the Mylar bags. And the reason why I don't want to do flour in jars and vacuum seal is because I don't want all that powder going into our food saver and damaging it. So that's why we said everything powder and all that will go in Mylar bags. But when you're storing flour, always put your flour in the freezer for about a week. Then that's because some flour still will get boll weevils will get, may have some weevils in there. Well, that freezing for 7 days is going to kill them. It's not going to hurt you, but it's going to kill them and take care of all of that freezing. Then when you take them out of the freezer and you get ready to start preserving it or packing it in Mylar bags, you want to let it sit out for about a day. In other words, you want to let it come back to room temperature. So with that said, we're going to start canning.
It's loud too, guys.
It's going to be loud, but with this, we've got to go pretty quick with putting these in the jars, because I need to seal this bag back up as quick as I can, because I don't want to waste these oxygen absorbers. So we're going to go ahead and put one of these in each one of the jars, put the lid back on, and then I'm going to seal this bag back up, because we don't want to ruin these.
Yeah. I got scissors right here. I'm ahead of you and you backing up. If you don't have a food saver, get you one. You give them at Walmart. We've had this one for about
We've had it a long time.
10 years.
We've had it a long time.
And this also doing this, one, it keeps it safe, but it I can't talk. The past 2 days I have not been able to talk. You're not taking up so much freezer space. And the same thing with rice. You can get little bugs in the rice. So if you leave it in the box that the rice comes in, and this is just regular rice. So we go to Sam's, so I put too many peas in there.
Yeah.
Squish it down in there. There you go.
If it don't seal, if these 2 jars don't seal, it's her fault.
Everything's my fault, so. What else is new? Oh, ladies. I guess I could help you, huh?
Yeah, you could.
I put all the labels on and filled up all the jars.
That's something else, people. Label your jars with cooking instructions and stuff. Because you're not going to be able to remember everything. So we made copies of a lot of it. And then like with the instant potatoes, we stuck it in the top of the jar with the instructions. Seal that one back up. Is that all of them?
That one.
I'm gonna have to seal 2 up.
This is what I did. I made a copy off the box
If you get loud.
of rice, and then I just taped it on there.
That didn't seal. I have to put it in another bag. This bag might not reseal.
Our daughter-in-law says hers isn't this loud. So if you can find one that's not that loud,
They're all that loud.
surely they make one that doesn't sound like a jet plane taking off.
And I hit the wrong button on it that time. Now I hit the right button. I'm sealing one end of the bag, then I'll vacuum seal it.
We've kind of been out of sorts lately and out of touch. Our dog Atlas had spinal surgery Friday, so forgive us, we haven't done any candy videos in the past week or so. But taking care of him was a full-time job, and now he's recovering at Mississippi State from having spinal surgery. So we're just now trying to get back to somewhat preserving. And we're not gonna put y'all through listening to this on every single one of them.
I'm just gonna do one jar, show you how it's done.
And this is one of the great things about these half-gallon jars. We did our boiled peanuts in them.
It's now sealed.
Yay! But this is a great way to take up less cabinet space, and as you need it, you can get it out and make you some taters or rice, or if things go to hell in a handbasket after the election, we'll have plenty of food stored up.
Alright, like I said, with this, we put the cooking instructions inside the instant potatoes, along with serving sizes of how much we would need to make 2 servings or 4 servings or whatever, and how much water, how much whatever you're going to use. Lid, make sure it's on pretty straight. You're going to push this down all the way down as far as it'll go. Then you're going to hit vacuum and seal. And if it worked, the lid should be on there.
Now it's not wanting to release it.
And it is sealed. I'm holding it by the lid. That's all it is to it, folks. That's all it is to it. You don't have to put a ring on if you don't want to. You can if you want to. But with that oxygen absorber in there, that's gonna help a whole lot as far as it lasting a long, long time. Highly recommend doing that. Some people don't do it, they just vacuum seal and go on. Well, vacuum sealing in this without taking the oxygen out, because there's still some oxygen left in there. And if you actually, I haven't tried it, but I was told that if you just put the oxygen absorbers like in the Mylar bags and just seal the bag, it'll actually kind of suck the bag down to like this vacuum seal bag is. And I was told that you could do that with the reusable lids, not the metal lids, that it would pull enough oxygen out that would actually pull the lid down. But me, I don't think that would be a strong enough seal without actually vacuum sealing, but that's what I've heard. I'm not doing it that way though. I want to make sure that it stays right. But with that said, easy peasy, vacuum sealing dry goods with an oxygen absorber lasts a long time. A long time. More
Probably
than 5 years.
outlast us.
Yeah, probably outlast us if it's not touched. But with that said, God bless. And we'll see y'all next time when whatever it is we're going to do. But we'll see y'all then. Y'all take care.
Bye.
Bye.